How's it going? I'm Deonte Lewis.
Deonte, James Causey with the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about why the issue of black boys should be a main concern of everyone.
I believe that the boys should be a concern because at the end of the day, they really have no vision. They have no dreams. The dreams aren't true anymore. I believe that, like, if you really care about the whole American way, I believe that these kids should be allowed to get a vision as well, allowed to be guided into another direction where they can actually be successful. If you really care about building our inner cities, these young black boys are the future. So if you don't really care about helping these kids, you can't really say you care about the future.
Now, you come from this neighborhood, and we're over at Coffee Makes You Black. Tell me about what it was like growing up in this neighborhood.
Growing up over here is a little different. You saw a lot of things as a young kid that you probably shouldn't have seen. You saw drug dealing, you saw shootings, you saw homicides, you saw all of these types of things going on. Prostitution. We're big around here. For myself, getting shot at 8 years old, that was something big for me. Having no idea why it was going on. But I mean, you see everything over here that's not good for you. However, you don't really get that vision of what it's like to be in the household, be in the home. You don't have that fathers. Most of the fathers around here weren't here. They were selling drugs, more concerned with the streets than they were about the household. So,
well, how do you overcome it?
Overcoming it, really getting down into the trenches. It starts with our youth. Honestly, it starts with the adults as well. I feel like as being an adult myself now, I really feel like looking at my peers, it's like nobody really cares about that. It's more so consumed with the rap music and all of those things, going to the clubs as often as possible instead of really getting down to the basics and caring about uplifting our community. And I feel like that's where the start is needed. But for the kids, we have to guide them a direction. We have to guide them into a direction. Otherwise, TV will raise our kids.
If there was one thing that you could say to convince people that our black youth can be saved, what would that one thing be?
Myself. For me, I believe that I came from the roughest part of Milwaukee. I remember looking into the paper and I saw that there was a black box surrounding my community. And I was like, oh man, this must be impossible to get out of. And that was a lot of the things that people were telling me. It was always that you'll never make it out of where you're coming from. But I beat those odds. And I believe that with people like me, you should be able to see that there is a hope. Hope isn't fading away because of any stigma or any statistics or whatnot that are out here. I believe that statistics could easily be broken and could easily be reversed. All it takes is for somebody to listen to these kids and listen to what it is that they want to do, because every kid has something that they want to do. These kids don't just want to stay in the hood. That's like saying I don't want to have my dad in my life, or I don't want to go to an area boys and girls club because I want to stay in the streets. At 8 years old, you really don't even know anything about the streets. So somewhere along the line, somebody has to give these kids a vision, give these kids a dream, and show them a real life example of what it is to be successful.
Fantastic. Hey, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.